everyone, and welcome to Flosstube number 180. I'm Dottie, stitching Scotty, and this is one of my Scottish Terriers, Winston. We'd just like to thank you for coming by, stopping by, and if you're new to our channel, we always show my Scotties. I have two, and that's so my mother-in-law Jeanette can see them. She just loves the dogs. So this one's Winston, and I'll get Striker. Okay, usually we're a little bit more adept at this, but Striker is always glad to be on the camera. They're both good little boys, but anyway, they do love cross stitch, and they love their treats that they get when they're on the video. So without any further ado, we'll get started. First of all, this week my video was late because I went to Stitch Florida, and it was great fun. It was in Orlando. We stayed at the Embassy Suites, and Alicia, the fanciful flamingo, and Annie, the proper stitcher, were the two people that put it on, the Flosstubers, and we just had a great time. My shirt is just not behaving, is it? But anyway, I had 4 new starts at the retreat, and didn't get anything finished. Yeah, this was kind of off week. But anyway, first, before I start showing what was at Stitch Florida, because we've got that, I've got a past fully finished object. I have the things I've been stitching on. I've got lots of things to share about Stitch Florida. We have table gifts. I have a brag table video that I'm going to show. I also have the Smalls exchange that I participated in, that I will be showing those. There's some beautiful things there. Oh my goodness, people are so talented. Stitchers are. And then I also am going to show I'm going to tell you about a brand new stitch along that you can participate in that will be coming up August the 25th, and show you also the stitch along that I've been doing too. So stay tuned. We've got a lot to share, and there's also a video of the vendors that were at the retreat. We had several vendors, really good stuff they had, and some of the vendors I'd never seen before, so I was so excited. Lots and lots of fun, and so many nice stitchers. And I can't name everybody because I can't remember everybody's name. I should have written it down, but oh goodness, it was just busy. So first of all, I want to tell you how I'm doing on my Lord's Prayer piece here. I'm stitching this for my oldest daughter for her graduation, and I've gotten down to here. So while I was at Stitch Florida, I did stitch on this. This is on 28 count, and I'm using 2 strands over 2. It's on linen. And see, I stitched this border and this border. And I started the next, what is it? Oh, it's words. I'm going to do, and lead us not into temptation. And then there's a little border over here, but I'll be doing that. So this is what I have done on that. And this last color was sand, so it kind of blends in just a little bit. But I'm almost I'm halfway. Yay! So I'm so excited because it's rather large. So anyway, this one's by Stoney Creek, and my goal is to get this finished as soon as I can. But I just have found out I cannot stitch on it just non-stop. I have to have something else to work on. So yes. And when I went to the retreat, I worked on this one day. That was my plan, to work on it one day and then work on something else. Okay. The next thing I did was I had a new start. I'd planned to have a new start on my 12 Days of Christmas Stockings by Annie B's Folk Art. And I'm doing this on 28 count Lugana. even weave, and I got the number 3. And that's all I got done. I'm using 2 strands over 2 on 28 count. But I started with that early in the morning on Friday. And after I got the 3 done, I said, okay, it's time to start something else. Or work on something else. So that was good. Now, if you are participating in the 12 days of Christmas sale, it's hashtag 12 days stocking sale. I called it 12 days of Christmas, but it's hashtag 12 days stocking sale. And please tag me, Stitching Scotty, at Stitching Scotty, and also at the Stitching Owl. And I will link those below so you can see those. And we got a lot of people interested. I got a lot of people interested at the retreat when I was telling them about it. And so I'm looking forward to seeing all of your progress on that, because it's just a really fun thing. And I can't believe I'm on stocking number 3. Yay! So that's good. Then I also stitched a little bit on Welcome to the North Pole before I went to the retreat. I had a little bit of time. This one's by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And my goal this month, because it was whip go, was to stitch all of this and all of this. Just didn't happen. Whip go was not a good thing this month because, again, of the Lord's Prayer sampler and these stitch alongs that I've been doing. This is on 30 count Portobello by Access Commodities, and I did get some more presents and some of the snow and wheels done. Not snow, but it was the train track with the snow on it. So this is 2 strands over 2 on 30 count Access Commodities Portobello. And I'm having a lot of fun with this. So I finally was able to find Weeks Dye Works Blue Coat Red. So I'll be able to go back and fill in some of the places that I didn't do because it was not available. And I wanted to do that red because it's a favorite of mine. So that's Welcome to the North Pole. So this one will probably be put up for a little bit because, I was going to stitch on Christmas things all month, and I've pretty much done that. So that's a good thing. All right. Then let's talk about Stitch Florida. Okay? Oh wait, before I do that, let me show you my fully finished object, the past fully finished object. Let's just knock the camera over. Okay, this is a shepherd's bush pillow, and it's called Flag. And I did this on 18 count lamb's wool, and I stitched 1 over 1. And got all the little buttons on there. And that's what I did for the back. And since it was July and patriotic, 4th of July, I thought I would show this. So, and I used probably 2 strands over 2. I'm guessing. Because this is an oldie but a goodie. And that's Flag. And this pattern is still available. So that's a good thing. And if you get a chance, go to Shepherd's Bush. And it's got buttons on it by Just Another Button Company. So that's my one fully finished object. I didn't have any empty hands left. Okay, then next, let's see, what did I do? Okay, I had some starts at, well, first of all, let's talk about Stitch Florida. We get there, and we get this box. Oh, goodness, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that. That ought to be a blooper, but oh, well. We get this box that says Stitch Florida. Okay, and we open it up, and it's got a little card that says, oh goodness, a little card that says thank you, and it's got all the volunteers' names, and Annie and Alicia, And it says info@stitchfloridallc.com. And then there's the little card with the dates so we don't forget when it was. Then we got some coupons for a place across the street from the hotel. We got a cute little Florida sticker, which I think, oh, it's crooked. Florida sticker. You'd think I'd never seen Florida, which was great. Then we got a little gift from Sweet Wing Studio. The Joy of the Lord is My Strength, Nehemiah 8:10. And it's got a little sticker, or a little key ring that says I love to cross stitch, and a butterfly sticker. And the reason we got this is because Susan designed a pattern just for the retreat. And it was called Choose, oh goodness, it was called Choose Joy. And this pattern was in the box. No, this pattern was not in the box. We had to buy this pattern. And I also got the floss for it. Okay, so I was really excited about that. I didn't get any fabric for it because I had plenty of fabric this color that would be good for it. So that was good. Then we got this beautiful little project bag from the Farmhouse Needleworks, and they have a place on Etsy. Isn't that cute? It's got the little zipper, and then it's got the flannel here, or the felt where you can put stuff, and it's got a little place to put your needles, a little place to hook your scissors, and then you just snap it shut. And I just love this material. She also had project bags to match, but I did not get one. But isn't that just beautiful? And the workmanship is excellent. So Farmhouse Needleworks is really good. All right, and then we got a scissor fob and a counting pen. And the counting pen is a turtle. Let's see. It's a turtle. And then we got this scissor fob here. Isn't that pretty? And it says 2024. And it's got a little leaf at the top and a little tulip and a seashell. Okay, and it was in this little green bag, little mesh bag. Okay, so we got that. Then we got the following two patterns. And I'll show you those. First of all, we got Annie the Proper Stitcher's pattern. It's called Life's Lemons. And she has the, you know, she had the strawberry one out, and now she's got the lemon one out. So we got that. And we also got Creasy, Finally a Farm Girl. Well, oh, there it is. Okay. Creasy, Finally a Farm Girl's pattern, and it was called Stitch Florida, and it's with Matilda. And it says, don't forget to floss. Isn't that cute? So, what I did was I went and got some fabric because I didn't have any extra fabric. And I went to the started stitching on the Stitch Florida. And I found some 28 vintage, I want to say it's Blue Whisper Lugana. I'll link it below. And I did the stitch and the scissors. And that's all I got done for my new start at Stitch Florida. Because I like to work on every pattern that I can. You know, and get it started. And that's 2 strands over 2. It's a very nice even weave. Nice piece of cloth. And let's see. And I also bought the fiber kit from Needle Orts. Okay, then Annie's pattern, Life's Lemons. I found a piece of Lugana, and I think this one's called Milk and Honey. And it's 28 count, I think, or is it? 32 count. I told a story. They're both 32 count. This one's, no, it's not Milk and Honey. She did hers on Milk and Honey, but this was as close to Milk and Honey as I could get. And I will link the name of this below because I do not remember. But this was my start. I got the border done, I got one bee done, and I started on a lemon. I've got half a lemon. And that's all I've got done. I'm doing 2 strands over 2. And I didn't cut my fabric. That's why I have 2 big pieces, because I didn't have any fabric scissors. And I usually cut my fabric with a rotary cutter. And I use my quilter rulers for that. So those were 3 of my new starts. And then I had to wait on my fabric for them to cut it. So before that, I had to have a start. I mean, I had to have something to do, and I was tired of working on black. And then I was like, well, you know, I didn't want to work on what was that, the Lord's Prayer anymore, because it was getting aggravating. It was like, oh, so it was getting a little nitpicky. So I thought, well, I needed to take a break from that and do something else. So I pulled out Sugar and Spice from Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. And I'm doing this on 36 count. And this is Barbara's Brew by R&R Reproductions. And it's 36 count, or Brenda's Brew, excuse me. Oh goodness, Barbara. Brenda's Brew by R&R Reproductions, 36 count. And it looks like I don't have much done, but this is the 3rd time, yeah, that I took this house apart. I had almost the whole gingerbread house done, and I didn't do very good ironing this. And I had to rip all this out because I had missed and had one of the windows too wide and the other one was narrow. And so I thought, oh, this is, you know, the window panes. So I took that out and did that again. Then I got down here, and for some reason I stitched way out here. I lost count because I was twiddling around and talking, and I had to rip that out. So this is all I had left after I redid it. So that was almost a day's work right there. Except for one other pattern that I also ripped out 2 or 3 times, between a tree and a snowman, which I didn't even show because it's in timeout. Okay, but this one I'm using 1 strand over 2 on 36 count. And it's got Weeks Dye Works and DMC floss. So those were my starts and my stitching. Now, let's see what we've got next. Hang on. Okay, now we're going to talk about the stitch along that we started. Okay, our table 15 at Stitch Florida, we all just kind of hit it off. So we decided that we wanted to stitch a pattern. And somebody found this pattern in Susan's box. She was Sweet Wing Studio, and she was one of the vendors in the store, and it's called the Noblest Part. And it says, friendship above all ties does bind the heart, and faith in friendship is the noblest part. And that's the pattern. This is the pattern that we're going to use for our stitch along. It's going to be called hashtag Friendship Retreat Sal. So make sure that you get your pattern from Susan at Sweet Wing Studio. She has an Etsy shop, and I will link that below. Also, she has, you know, hard patterns too. She's going to have to go home and print some probably, so it may be a little bit before you get this, but we're not starting until August the 25th, so you'll have time to get all your fibers. And it uses, there's a DMC conversion, but it uses 4 different classic color works if you don't want to use DMC. And then it uses 2 gentle arch threads, or you can use the DMC. And then there's 5 DMC colors. So in all, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 different colors. And you can do this on 36 count, 18 count, Ada, whatever. And we'd like for you to use the hashtag Friendship Retreat Sal. You can change up the colors. You can use any color fabric you want. You can use any count fabric you want. And we're all just going to stitch this. And we're not going to hurry. We're going to take our time and stitch this. So you can pop in and join us anytime. And we're probably going to, meet together maybe on Zoom or something and do our stitching. And then that way we'll be able to see each other's progress. And I was lucky enough to get this piece of linen from Alicia, and I think it's 18 count, and it's a Grace Notes fabric piece. But isn't that just beautiful? So I'm going to stitch it on this because Alicia was nice enough to give it to me. All right, then Susan, Sweet Wing Studio, also, before I forget, please tag me and Susan at Sweet Wing Studio, and then tag me at Stitching Scotty 4505, and I will link that below. All right, then Susan also had a pattern that all the proceeds are going to St. Jude's, and this pattern is called Strong and Courageous. It says be strong and courageous. So be sure, and when you buy the Noblest part, be sure and pick up Be Strong and Courageous. And it says Joshua 1:9. So we'd love to have you stitch along with us. If you've ever been to a retreat and you've made lots of friends, you can join our sale. If you've not been to a retreat, you can join our sale. The more the merrier. And, it's just kind of fun. And it just is something that kind of ties us together. It's a wonderful community. Okay, so now I'm going to show the smalls exchange. Okay, first of all, I made a small pillow, and then I put, like a scissor fob, some counting pins, a needle threader, a couple of other little things in there, like some floss drops. And I made a pillow. It's called Joy. Now, I have no clue who the pillow's by because I have not had the pattern for quite some time. So I'm going to insert a picture here. Okay, and then I received this little bag here with this beautiful little snowman. Look how he's stitched and beaded all around him. Is that not too cute? Somebody is very, very clever. I don't know if the holes were in the bag or if she punched the holes in the bag. I meant to ask her, but I didn't. But is that not too cute? But anyway, the snowman just caught my eye. And I'll be right back. It's not a floss tube if I don't drop something. Anyway, the little paper said fa la 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 la, and you know this was Christmas in July, so I thought, oh, this is great. But the thing that really drew my eye was this little cardinal that was up here that she made, and she scrapbooked it. Is that not so cute out of like paper? I just thought that was just adorable. So, and I think she said, oh, she made the bag too. I do know that. So I guess she did punch the holes in it. But it's gorgeous. I just love the bag as much as I do the gift, just about. Then there was this snowflake inside. Really cute. And I know I'll be doing something with that. Then, here's my beautiful ornament. Is that not beautiful? It's a cardinal. And I don't even know what pattern it is. But she's got the Lady Dot pom-poms. And this one's done on Ada. I think it's 14 count. But it's just beautiful. And then she's painted the back. It's just gorgeous. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't know how much I love this. You were just so, so sweet. And this was made by Ladybug 93, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. So, so sweet. All right. I tell you, I always love doing the smalls exchanges because I get the nicest things. I mean, everybody's so, so sweet. And I try to make mine as good as I can, but oh my goodness. Ooh, yeah, it's hard to keep up sometimes because everybody does such wonderful work. Okay, next, I'm going to put a video here. I'm going to insert a video of the smalls exchange table. We had two groups, A and B. Very, very talented ladies. All right, then we had vendors there, and they had all kinds of beautiful things. We had the Scissorist, we had Morning Glory Needleworks, we had Como Stitches bags, we had Tiger Lily Carrie with her bags and some of her other things, lotions and patterns and things. We also had Needle Orts. We had Farmtown Needleworks. We had Finally a Farm Girl, Chrissy. We had Annie the Proper Stitcher. And we had Chantel 141 and the Scissorist. She had the Sajou items, and they were very pretty. Oh my goodness. But some days we had some of the vendors had sales, different sales, different days. So of course you had to keep going back in, and every time you'd go in, I'll say no, let's not buy anything else. But I was able to get a couple of birthday presents there for some of my stitching friends, so that was good. And I bought a couple of things myself, and my souvenir that I bought, I splurged because I said, oh, I'm not going to buy one of these, but it was just so pretty. I had to have one. I got a project keeper from Carrie, Tiger Lily, and it's really nice, and I've already got stuff in it. I used it at the retreat, but look at those flamingos, and she did such a good job. It's got Velcro to close it, and then it's got a little project card, and she gives those out. Then we also, you've got one little side here with a zipper, and let me take my stuff out so you can see it. I should have done this earlier. But look at these beautiful birds, and she's got her logo on the inside. And the other side looks the same, but I've got my Sugar and Spice Brenda Gervais pattern and stuff in here. But is this not just gorgeous? I just love it. And then there's even two places here where you could put like 4 projects in here if you wanted to. Just really, really nice. I just loved it. And so now I have a project keeper. So, oh, I have 2 project keepers. One that Tracy made me, and now I've got one that Carrie made me. So nice, nice, nice. Okay, so then, somebody keeps walking around, and they had these beautiful bags at Tiger Lily's table, and I had to get one of those too. Is that not too cute? And it's got the project card, and this was also made by Tiger Lily. She had different bindings on them, and they're lined and quilted. Really, really well made. Very, very nice. And yet again, I'm using it already. And there's the inside. Like I said, I splurged. But, I mean, when am I going to get a tiger in a flamingo float? I don't think ever. But anyway, if you want to buy a good bag, you need to buy from Tiger Lily and Farmhouse Needleworks. Those are really, really nice. Okay. So I will insert a picture of the vendors at the Stitch Florida here.